It's bad sometimes.
You can always add more to a painting, but you need to realize that the painting's already been done.
Like, at what day and moment was I just like, I'm not doing this anymore?
Right.
I wish I could go back and kick that sumbitch in the dick.
Whatever somebody's going through, even the little things are things that progressively get bigger. Like,
I'm gonna do this the whole fucking time.
There's ways around it. There's ways to go through it. There really is.
Everything has a consequence. Everything changes with every decision that you make.
This is me versus me. So everybody has a fucking clue what I'm doing the whole goddamn episode. We're gonna acknowledge how awesome these are. What are they, just flicker lighters? Is that what we're calling them?
Yep, they're called flicker lighter.
For all you bastards that like to sit at the bar and fucking flick your lighter, well, this has a goddamn bearing on it. So now you can flick it all the fuck you want. And I'm going to do it right here. Anyway.
Kind of a weird spelling, but it's FLKRLYTR right in front of you.com. Go check out the Halloween editions, honestly.
Check them out. They got some pretty cool designs here. This has become a good friend of mine, Kyler Repella. Welcome in, finally.
Thank you.
Finally got something together after all my bailings.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. A lot of people don't let me show up to the first date anyway, so.
Well, I'm excited to talk to you about a lot of things. We get to talk a little bit about how your business expanded into a marketing company too. That's pretty dope. I was confused because I kept reading motorsports and then I was like, why does one say motorsports and one says marketing? I'm like, what the fuck kind of badass am I working with here? Because I'm confused.
Yeah, I just got a lot of years of fulfilled adrenaline rush, man.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows racing. Everybody likes to go to a racetrack and watch people crash bang. I mean, we all usually got our own driveway race car, I like to call them. But, hey, 17 years in the industry kind of just teaches you a lot and teaches you a lot about what's really out there. And racing turns into marketing. You got business, you got CEOs, you got owners, you got companies, you got branding, you got graphic design, you got merchandise, you got beautiful people, you got ugly people, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
But if we're being real, you just kind of had it all in one circle. So the only thing that assesses to all that is marketing.
That's dope. You said you started off and you did a lot of dirt track. When you say dirt track specifically, what are we talking about?
So I personally started in 3/8 dirt track racing for my dirt track racing career, which is a 3/8 oval.
Okay.
Started in a division called a Mod Light. My resume started for guys like Buddy Rice out of Indy 500 car drivers, Ari Lyondike Jr. and Sr., Indy Light 500 drivers, along with a Canadian team called Kevin Glover Racing out of Quebec, Canada. But when it comes from there, that was go-karts. It was all asphalt road course racing and stuff. And had a good friend kind of look at me and say, why do you spend all this money to win a trophy? And he said, why don't you go do a racing sanctioning body that at least you get $50 just for showing up? I said, okay, well, show me. So he brought me to his garage one day and told me, hey, here's the car. Because I don't need it anymore. You're more than welcome to test it, and if you want, you can buy it. So, okay, cool. So I took him on that, and off I went into 3/8 dirt track racing, and that was a Mod Light, and pretty much ended my career there, if I'm being honest. About 3 years into the Mod Light experience, I've rolled about 8 times at a track locally in Casa Grande, and after that, I kind of was tired of fixing the car and kind of wanted to go to the business side of it and start making money and, seeing what, as we all used to dream at once, what NASCAR was like to be in. But, essentially it was just about creating your own establishment and being another team involved in another sanctioning body.
Right. Yeah, slightly familiar with a little bit of the off-road racing world. It was a dream for a little bit, but after realizing what it truly is going to take for you to be absolutely successful in that way, I was like, I'm going to put that on hold for a little bit because I don't have the money to back for that.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to be race it, fix it, race it, fix it. That's all it is. That's all your dime too, which is even crazier to think about.
Yeah.
But
sometimes a lot of it depends on where you're at on track, wrong time. wrong spot, wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes wrong person, wrong time. Just all depends where you're at, and I definitely recommend anybody who's in the racing community watching this, just keep a level head out there. You don't really know who's watching, and you never will. And I don't care how much you think that somebody is watching or isn't watching. I promise you they are.
It's a good point.
And that definitely makes a difference of when people are looking to sponsor drivers and bring teams out of the blue and bring them out into something great. The American dream of what racing is, what everybody's presumed it to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a resume card. How many fights you've been in, how many interviews have you represented your sponsors in. You make sure to post on your page. They want to be taken care of too. I mean, essentially they're paying for your dream, and there are a lot of professional drivers out there that do that job very well. And
so well.
there's a lot of teams that should be a lot looked at for professionalism and growth in your own team and your own sport.
The way that some of those guys are able to market every single aspect of their racing team and their sponsors, and it's extremely professional, and it's extremely impressive in my eyes. But you decided to go a different route.
Yeah. Well, another way I can attend to these racers is providing them essentially just that for them.
Mm-hmm.
We provided a one-stop shop marketing team. We work with some of the best individuals around the Arizona state locally and the USA countrywide. We do not work overseas or anything with that. We do like to be very organic, very U.S. based. With that comes very good customer service, very good quality control, very good efficiency timing with edited reviews in seconds. It just comes with a great support system that just is nonetheless American made.
Mm-hmm.
When you get that, your friends start to see the quality in what you do, and they start to support you. And we develop for about probably 4 to 5 race teams now on their marketing pages, and I wish they could sit here today to validate anything that I'm here to say, but I cherish the texts that they send us and how appreciative they are of the work that we do, and it just kind of relieves the light sometimes of, social media is rough, we all know that,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you work on it and you kind of have to shut your mouth because that pays your bills the next day, put that in a bind. We all have a personal Facebook profile, and we all want to go post what we're feeling, but guess what, there's just a lot of stuff we can't, and it's just because that is our storefront.
Sometimes you just have to, like
Yeah.
you said, sit on it.
Yeah, and dig the hole as deep as you want to dig it, I guess is what I tell everybody. I don't like digging, so just being honest.
That's funny.
It's,
It took me. How old are you now?
I'm 28 years old.
Okay, so you're not too terribly far. I'm 36, so not far. But it took me up until recently to kind of get a hold of this mindset of, if you do something long enough, then eventually you will see results from it. Doesn't matter what that something is, dude. If you do something long enough, you will reap some benefit from it.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of continually trying to do it.
It's one word. It's dedication.
Dedication.
I mean, if you want to wake up and do something, then wake up and do it.
Right. You're the only one stopping you.
I mean, you are. I mean, it's a little hobby about myself. I play pool, and pool's a very hard sport. It's 90% mentality once you know how to make the balls and shoot the angles properly and everything. And when it comes down to that, it's your own fault. There's nobody else shooting with you but you. You're the only one at the table. You're the only one shooting that ball, and essentially, it teaches you accountability in a very hard way, if I'm being honest. But it teaches you accountability for your shots and your decisions. And if you look at it like a lifelong game, I chose to shoot that ball, and I chose to shoot it wrong. I made a mistake in life. You got to learn. You got to shoot it better next time. Same thing with when you wake up. So are you going to shoot the day how it ended yesterday, or are you going to shoot it better today?
Mm-hmm. It's interesting, man. I view the word failure as something different than what most people do. Failure is not. That doesn't mean that you failed and that you're done. That means it's an opportunity to learn from it and do better.
Mm-hmm.
So just like you said, now you have to realize you made the mistake, you made the choice, now do better.
Failure comes from a false term called uncomfortability. A lot of people are scared to fail because we grow up in a generation of where you're judged for it. You're expected to not
damn good
fail,
point.
and you're expected to be perfect. Well, just wait for AI presence to be available at every McDonald's and everything, and tell me how perfect that is without one of us, American-made humans, standing behind it, telling it to be perfect.
It's very true.
Because one day it's only going to adapt so far, and as far as we expect everybody to be perfect, at least we're able to be adapted and construct and do better.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like those chances get less and less and less as, I don't know, more people move here, the economy rises, and there's easier replacements and faster ways to replace people, and sadly that's just kind of how it goes now.
Yeah, it's leaning there pretty heavily right now. So to go back to your career choice, how long you were racing for? Would you say 17 years?
I've been in the industry for 17. I've been in dirt track racing for 12. I did road course, go-karts for a long time for some really cool people. And I've got a lot of driver instructing under me. I've worked for Bondurant School of High Performance Driving at the age of 17.
You worked for that?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
We played a lot of group events, but also did a lot of go-kart driver instructing and kind of, just kind of teaching the numbers and the basics of what it's like to be on a racetrack.
That's pretty dope.
And then me and several other friends have a lot of experience teaching young ages of 8 to 15 essentially how to drive and go from hitting walls the first lap when they ever put them behind the wheel to 2 hours with us, and they can complete a race line no problem at almost optimal speed by the end of it.
Wow.
And it's just that simple. If we want to relay that to a quick little subject story, that's the perfection right there.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to give that time out anymore to make sure that we know how to do it perfect. It takes effort to be something in this world. It takes effort to run a good, solid company or business or a brand or anything. And if you're not going to put in the effort to the ones that are willing to spend their days at your effort, then you can only expect what you perceive.
That's extremely valid. I'm curious. Where did you inherit this drive from? Like growing up, was this something like maybe your dad showed you, or what do you think the derivatory point was? Because it's pretty rare, in my opinion, that somebody starts as young as they do with that kind of a drive on their own anyway.
My mom.
Okay.
She left my life at 7.
Oh.
I got to see her back at 17 after she did 10 years of, whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was 10 years of that's your midlife crisis, in my opinion. That's where you actually learn, like, what life is and, oh, crap, I need to finish school or this is going to affect me further.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of when it hits you in those years. And, no, I just kind of used it as what not to do, and I was lucky enough to have 2 supporting grandparents my whole life, and my grandma was a business owner for about the remainder 30 years before her retirement of Hanson Mortuary. Shout out to them, since 1945, Arizona local. But anyways, and just, you kind of see them, and they got hard souls. They were here during the 1976 recession, and they were here in the 2008, right in prime years of, we didn't have to pay a bill, we weren't responsible for anything at that point.
Right.
It's just kind of like you see them go through that your whole life, and you look at how privileged you actually were, and then you kind of look at it and you're like, wow, you should have been a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
And so I guess the drive is just kind of to be a better person than what I was. I was not the best kid. We've all had those arrogant fights, arrogant comments that we've made to people, but
Mm-hmm.
Essentially at the end of the day, I've just used people's lessons in their own life to just kind of drive me further, and I do to this day. I'll use yours, I'll use my life, I'll use my kids, I'll use anybody's lesson to learn from, because at the end of the day, it teaches me how to do it better than what it was done. And if I'm paying attention and you're not, well, that's the effort that I'm putting in and you weren't.
The amount of perspective that you get and the amount of choices that are presented to you by watching and observing those things is astounding. And a lot of people, I don't want to say that they don't acknowledge it on purpose, but there's a lot of people that sure aren't they're not open to it. You know, their eyes are not open, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's pretty incredible when you hear the story of somebody like yourself that's taken certain situations and said, "Well, I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna be better than that." It's incredible, especially at such a young age.
Yeah. I don't know. A rap sheet scares me.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
No, it's
Follows you forever.
It can, yeah.
So
it really can.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no. I don't know. You just kind of people watching does that to you. Just watch everything around you.
Yep.
Learn. I mean, if you want to know why I chose marketing, everything in here is marketed. You wouldn't know anything about these products or anything about this table or these TVs or anything to make your studio look this good without marketing. And whether you saw it on a product site or on an advertisement, it's still marketing. You looked up the reviews, you looked up the ratings, you looked up the quality, you looked up the visual, the size, and everything. And at the end of the day, that's marketing. It was marketed to you as a product that you wanted in your studio.
It's a good way to look at it.
So when it comes down to just simple as that, there's a flicker lighter.
Yeah, dude.
It's an idea. It was processed. It was made. It was molded. It was created. It was designed. And then bam.
It's a smart idea for sure.
I don't go anywhere without one now. And I definitely do not lose my Bic lighter anymore because now it's worth $12.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're kind of on the verge of. Well, I don't think you'll never not be building your business and you know, all your services and things like that. What's the? Is there anything that you can say about what you're working on that's not going to give away a big secret?
No, I mean, we're not working on anything big, you know, we're honestly just working on bettering ourselves, you know, trying to advertise better, honestly, for our clients and who we are, and always looking at better formats and, you know, better structure just to make sure that we're always staying on top of everything and the new generations developing. You know, we definitely want to make sure everybody's getting the best views and the best responses, and, you know, as much as negative engagement is frowned upon, you know, it is engagement, and the only PR that anybody should be scared of is no PR. And if you're not going to have any PR, then you might as well just not even advertise at all. You know, and so
that's interesting.
When it comes down to it, you know, your fans are your fans, your audience is your audience, and use that as your feedback. You know, those are the people that are watching, and yeah, I guarantee you that guy that told you sucked last week, or I'm gonna freaking wreck you in turn 1 next race or whatever, I guarantee you he watched your profile all week long to see what you were saying about him back under every comment thread, everything that you have.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's a top engager. So thank you, sir, for making my profile look amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and thank you for engaging on every post that I've posted this week. You know, that's what it does. That is the power of social media. And sadly, that's what, in my opinion, runs everybody's personalities nowadays.
It's pretty crazy how people engage with that little bit of, even if it is negativity or that fire, you know, and that you're like, well, thank you, because now a lot of people are going to engage in this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, fire brings the light, man.
Sure does, man.
You know, you got them fired enough to say something. You did something right.
I'm pretty excited about working on some of the stuff that we were going over before off air. So again, I appreciate all that advice.
No, of course.
It's pretty dope to think about. You know, you made me realize some stuff about what I'm not doing. So it's appreciated.
Yeah, there's a lot that everybody could be doing for themselves that owns a brand or a business without paying a marketing agency. You know, and I'll put that on the table right now. There's no other marketing agency that'll sit here and tell you that right now.
No, why?
Well, it's because they want to make money.
Exactly.
You know, and I want to make money too, but I'm going to make the right money, and you're going to call me when charges me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it costs me money, it costs you money. When it costs a friend a growth in their business in order to actually develop a brand to where they're gonna pay me for the advertising that they need to make it what they want it to be at the end of the day, well, yeah, let's get there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I can just tell you, oh, hey, you just didn't do this wrong. You know, everybody's on their phone every day. What's a text message? What's a 20-minute phone call? What's a 2-minute conversation? It's effort. That's effort.
But
It's just all effort.
from the other side of that conversation, approaching a professional such as yourself or a business, so to speak, about doing all this stuff, you would not believe how little support they actually offer on a personal level, the way that you do. And I feel like that's something to be noted, because if somebody like me were to approach another marketing company, and I have in the past, I've talked to a few different things, you know, trying to figure out what direction I wanted to go in. The concept that they want is for me to send them a bunch of shit, and they'll do it from there.
Well, I'm not going to say that's wrong. You know, we obviously don't know who you are or what you are. So, yeah, that's how we learn about you for sure.
But the personalization that you offer,
oh, yeah.
is what I'm talking about. Is being able to being able to talk to you about it is fucking, like, it's 10 times more important than.
Oh, yes, definitely. And we do have other marketing professionals out there that are obviously talking to other friends every day about what we do. And but, you know, they know that if there's ever, you know, something that they need help covering up, or they need help, you know, closing something or explaining something to a friend, it's as simple as that. They give me the call, we get in contact, and then bam, you know, we fix the issue, we fix the resolution, you know, we help you understand, or we move forward and we keep climbing the ladder from there. It's, as you know, just like I tell everybody else, it's just one call away. I mean, it's as simple as that. That's why we stay 24/7.
I can't help but think about it on the other side of that, to Steelman, what I just said to you. Mm-hmm. All that stuff is fantastic and it's wonderful, but at the end of the day, as a business, you don't feel like it's going to help you lose money.
No.
You're looking at the end result?
It's growth. I look at networking.
Okay.
Because this podcast, watch, it's going to reach millions of viewers one day. Watch, you're going to be more viral than what we say here, and you're going to look back on this episode and be like, wow, he's right. And then guess what? Now I get to come hang out with you and talk and whatever, because we're friends.
Right.
I didn't cost you money, you didn't cost me money, and now I'm getting PPV'd in front of millions of viewers just because I networked with you and I helped you learn what you could have did for yourself, instead of paying somebody behind the screen and they're going to sit there and do the minimal. As now you can shake my hand personally, and we can sit down and design or do whatever you want, face to face over lunch, or we can go have margaritas, like you say. You know, I don't really care. I don't like salt on my glass, but you know, I know a few ladies that do, but it's all right. But yeah, and so when it comes down to it, you know, it's just about networking, and when people are successful, I'm successful, because that is marketing. Marketing is the success rate to a brand, period. And you and a million others will know about me. And if you guys all handed me $1 that week, wow, guess what?
Yep.
A million friends just made me a millionaire in a week. And that's kind of how networking works. But, you know, there's not much networking in this world anymore. Everybody's like, oh, are you on that Facebook group page? Yeah. Oh, are you on that page too? Oh, yeah. Oh, did you like and follow them? Yeah. How much business have you got off of there?
I haven't.
Oh, you want to know why? Because there's 52 other of you that are sitting on that same page. Call somebody with true results, guys.
I've had so many people refer like podcast pages to me. The same exact fucking result. They're like, oh yeah, how much networking did you do on there? I'm like, I'm fucking not, because there's 50 other people posting at the exact fucking same moment I am.
Yep.
And I don't want to do it. But your outlook is really... Dude, it's really hugely important, the way that you see things, and I think that personality is gonna take you so much farther than, you know, anybody else is willing to go.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna make mistakes in your day. You're gonna wake up grumpy. We all, I know, try our best to not take it out on our friends or our family or you know, whoever's supporting us in those days, and you know, but you still gotta make the best of something.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the way I see it is, if you're at least gonna open your eyes that day, then at least get up and do something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's do your dishes, make your bed, clean your house, you know, I don't know, set up some decorations. I don't know, make it look a little bit vibier in there. Maybe it won't be so down sometimes. Who knows?
I definitely feel like it's a very small group of people that share the same mindset.
Yeah, perception's everything, man.
Yeah.
It's everything.
There are days that go by. If I spend my weekends and I realize by the end of Sunday that I didn't do shit, I usually kind of feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything done.
No. Well, it just makes you grind harder the next week, hopefully.
Yeah. We have things that, I mean, like, going back to what you said, like opening your eyes and accountability and shit like that. If you pay attention, there's always more reasons to be more productive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just have to acknowledge it and fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean, I love guys like this. I mean, ways to be productive. I mean, I'm sure you drive a truck, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you drive by things all day long and you're like, well, that could have been better.
Yeah,
or
dude.
you could have just did this and that would have been so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, it's like,
Efficiency is the name of my game.
I mean, if we want to get real, I mean, people are millionaires off of making toilet paper, Kleenex, and paper towels.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy to think about, right?
And if we get even crazier, you know, the little end piece off your shoelace, that guy's a millionaire.
Fuck.
It's on every shoe in the world.
Every fucking shoelace has them. Yeah.
You know?
Little fucking wax end or something.
And so, you know, it's just all innovative. You know, what can you do that's going to cost you the least amount of money that's going to make you the most?
Mm-hmm.
You know? The tobacco industry is 70 something% of the tax community or something or whatever, or the taxing industry or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but so yeah, why not make something that everybody has to light?
It's really stupid.
It's hella stupid.
Well, it's really naive because up until recently, I didn't realize how many of the big tobacco companies were involved in like all the new pouches and shit.
Yeah, but I love it. Like, it's the
That's
most
fucking smart.
It's the smartest, stupidest thing in the world. Like,
Brilliant.
you know, me and the owners talk all the time, and we crack up about it, and it's just because we sit here and, you know, it's a product we're addicted to, and, you know, we sit there and we're like, but what's the point of it? You know, the point of it is it mellows you out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of ADD goers. There's a lot of ADHD goers. There's a lot of people that just struggle to sit still without even being diagnosed with that stuff, you know? There's people that have rambling brains that just need something to occupy it. Well, people don't understand that if your mouth isn't moving, you're just sitting there in a chair, well, then your brain's working. Mm-hmm. But if your brain has to work by making your mouth move or your hand move, or some sort of physical action in your body, well, guess what? Your brain's no longer really focused on the thoughts that you were thinking a minute ago.
I was going to say, I think this is helping me focus, to be completely honest with you.
An ADHD person listens the best not looking at you. That was a given fact.
And I look like a crackhead right now, just staring at you.
No. No, you have something that actually soothes it. And that's why this is one of the smartest products that are going to hit the market. Because the tobacco industry, the smoking industry, just anything with a lighter is so big in this world.
Yep.
And now the fact that it's going to soothe, you know, look at medical marijuana. I mean, I use it. I've been using it for 10 years. Mm-hmm. It is who I am. It is why I am able to do what I do today. I have, I'll just say ADD. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't focus at all, ever. But it helps me focus. I get my jobs done. My clients, my friends, my customers, they all love me. And at the end of the day, now I have a product in my hand all day long. It's not heavy, not awkward, shaped like a fidget spinner. This isn't a fidget spinner. We call it the lighter that spins. You know? And it comes down to the point of like, wow, I can stick it in my pocket, walk away with it. It doesn't feel weird in my pocket. I didn't set it in my car door and forget it when I walked into a meeting or something. You know, and it's a lighter. You know, it's just a lighter. You know, it doesn't represent anything if you don't want it to. I mean, you know, that's satisfying.
Why'd you have to show me
me,
that?
Because that's satisfying.
I was
to me.
fine without knowing about that. Now I gotta fucking.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, you guys just get, you know, and like when I'm really bored and I'm working hard on my iPad, I'll sit there and I'll just let it go for a minute, and I'll just sit in there, and it's just soothing to watch.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like I
And-
could watch that and just think about shit.
You know, and they have holographic designs, and you know these guys are so creative. I mean, I wish I never have to think the way they do. I love graphic design, but I mean these guys put so much effort into their designs sometimes, and just, you know, they really try to put their product out there as quality as it can be. And I mean, in my opinion, they're doing a very good job for a startup brand. And you know, I just another one of those networking things. You know, I'm gonna have a flicker lighter every year, every day, for the rest of my life. Man.
Everybody
I mean,
fucking is.
And I don't care if people are like, "Wow, you did all that for a flicker lighter?" Hell yeah, I did.
Absolutely.
It's a flicker lighter.
I'm sold. When do you think it was when you started kind of understanding how your mind works and how to kind of hone in?
People were crap. And then I turned into an asshole.
When was
and
that?
Then,
When was that?
Oof. Probably a good, like, 8 years ago. Maybe 8 or 9 years ago. I don't really... Somewhere in...
Early 20s, late
yeah,
teens?
like 18, 19, 20-ish.
Yeah.
Just, you know, it's when life really starts to hit you. You just start to realize, like, you can get taken advantage of very easily if you're not careful. And you can just run into crappy people and do crappy... They do crappy things to you, and... You know, and it's not that you intended to do crappy things to them, but, you know, it just kind of feels like, wow, why the hell am I going to keep doing this for you if it just keeps going like, you know, and it just turns rhetorical, and, you know, it makes people not want to be nice anymore. It makes people want to be mean. It makes people want to not grow up. They want to blame you for everything, and, you know, and it really was a hard time in my life, if I'm being honest, but a lot of it, when I look back now, it taught me accountability for sure. You know, so what you made that decision, so what you made that mistake or anything, you know, it takes a person to be accountable for that, no matter what it is on the table, you know, and it just is, it's how you walk with your shoulders, you know. Are you gonna walk with positivity, or are you gonna keep attracting this negative energy that you don't even like? You know,
that statement resonates with me pretty fucking hard.
We got to grow up at one point in life. You know, I'm sorry, but mom, dad's not going to be there, and I don't care if you're 55 years old when they finally get to die. Like, okay, you know, congrats. What are your kids going to live off of? Because that's just your retirement plan. You know, and sometimes you don't get to think about yourself anymore. Sometimes you don't get to think about how you want to wake up. Sometimes you just have to wake up
and go survive.
No, that fucking alarm won't shut the hell up.
Didn't even want to do it.
But you know that you have to get up and turn it off because it's there for a reason. You got to get up and you got to do something. So do it. Do it hard.
It's just, it's so insane to me that we're expected, you know, even as males, to be as functional as we need to be at the age of 20. That seems fucking ridiculous. Like, looking back, I wasn't ready for shit.
Me neither.
I wasn't ready for a goddamn thing, and I'm not going to get into my story, but I got thrown into the world fucking head first, like, good luck, when I was super young. And even when I was 20, dude, I don't think it was like 31 until I finally was like, oh, shit.
It's all quarter of your life just went away.
I've been fucking up forever.
Hey, guess what? You're 30% done.
Don't say that, dude.
I'm just saying, like,
that's fucking rude.
The statistic of life is 100 years, and that decreases every single day.
I know, and that's why, you know, I over the last couple of years of my life, I've kind of realized I need to start making some kind of progress in every day-to-day step that I do, instead of just getting locked into the everyday shit, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what, it's just one of the things that drives me as hard as it does. I don't want to be locked into this shit for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna start making the strides that I need to get out of it.
I mean, wouldn't it be nice to walk out of your bedroom and crack a beer every day and then
Who
throw
says I
on-
don't? No, I'm
No,
just
I'm
kidding.
just saying it, but not have to go to work. You know, you come and you sit here, and all you have to do is sit there and edit because now you get the PPV that you want,
Dude.
and you get to actually spend the quality time and put those little critiques or that better lighting or that better something on the video that you just rushed one night to get it out faster so your audience could just enjoy a little bit of what you did the other week or something. You
Dog,
know?
if I could do this full time, holy shit. I would love the fuck out of that.
You know, just keep going. You got tons of greats out there that do podcasts every day, all day long. Nobody ever watches them because they know them as celebrities, but
Hmm.
these guys are famous by being entrepreneurs and just talking to the world and explaining what life really was and what it used to be.
And just fucking doing it.
And dude, the best thing of marketing is you get to talk.
Mhm.
I love talking. I love freaking talking. I mean, she's been sitting here the whole time, but I know my fiance gets annoyed at me all the freaking time. All the time. I mean, my phone goes off. I tell her it's going to be a 5-minute conversation. 35 minutes later, she's still sitting in the Chick-fil-A parking lot like, I'm waiting for you to get off so we can go order. And I'm like, yeah. You know, but I love to talk because talking is networking. And until you get to really know who one another really is.
Mhm.
And, yeah, see if you even fucking like them, I guess.
Well, I mean, in everything that you're trying to accomplish, understanding who somebody is could really benefit what you're trying to accomplish for them,
Yeah.
you know? And I think that's huge that you take that time.
Personal.
As much as it sucks, because dinner time's fucking waiting.
Hey, I cook too, sometimes.
But
Sometimes. No,
it's pretty incredible, man.
it's awesome to be able to be in control of your own life.
That's definitely something that
I will.
is huge.
Yeah, I'll point out though this. I mean, she's figured out for a long time. It's not easy though. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, you're a business owner, must be nice."
I don't know.
Why don't you drive a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you go look up the price of a Lamborghini and tell me where I want to invest my money at?
Right, right.
You know, I don't want to drive a Lamborghini. I'd probably like to own, like, you know, maybe a dealership at one point as an investment income property or something. You know, like,
Just auxiliary income shit.
yeah,
yeah.
like that's more of a dream. You know, it's a car. Like, yeah, it's a cool value in the ladder. It's a cool something just to kind of show, like, hey, I got here.
Hmm.
You know, but I mean, invest in yourself. Invest in what's gonna bring you back an investment. And the only way to do that is to find out good places to put your investment into. You know, and so you start talking. You know, and you see it, and you can kind of tell how people run their own business just by talking with them and sitting with them for an hour and, you know, really hearing what they have to say, because we can all fake a text message.
Yeah.
We can all fake a phone call, if I'm being honest, but when it comes to on the spot and who you really are and what you really have to do or be, you don't really know what's ever going to be put in front of your face or in front of your eyes, and that's just kind of what networking is. You shake a hand, you say hello, you say your name, and then, you know.
It's really it's incredible how seemingly simple it should be.
It is simple, though.
It is simple, but
You want to know what made it complex?
people.
Nope.
Oh. I was gonna say getting people to do it is the hard part, because that
Not anymore.
that discipline is that discipline is a motherfucker, man.
People do it all day, every day now because social media is such a norm. And everybody follows social media.
That's
And-
true. That's true. You're
And
right.
I love what I do, but I'm not going to say what we do is beneficial to this world at all. And, you know, that's why we are fluent in other ways and many other ways, because one day I pray social media crashes.
Mhm.
I pray there's no platform in this world again. And then tell me
Can't say I disagree.
the insanity that's going to happen, because nobody understands simplicity anymore, because convenience is too much at hand now.
Oh, everything's so easy.
But
I just contradicted myself.
But to the
I see what you fucking did there.
but to the
That's pretty good.
But to the human eye, that's simple.
Yeah.
That's not simple. You had to go online, place an order, put your credit card number in, press accept, check out, purchase. Somebody had to go that works at that store, go pull it off the shelf, make sure it's the right product, scan it, put it back at the cash register, scan it into the account, make sure it's paid for and price lines up, put it in the correct box leading up to your order number. Then somebody has to, either you drive to the store and sit in a parking spot, which still is effort. You might as well just get off your ass and walk in anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Because a dude still has to walk it out to your parking spot, or a woman, and provide you with whatever you just purchased. Or they have to go in their car, go to the gas station because they forgot to fill up this morning because you order products at 9 a.m. like every other person in this world. And now your product took 35 minutes to get there instead of 25 like the app promised, and now you're pissed off. But, you know, there's just all these variables when you could have just woke up, grabbed your glass of coffee or whatever,
Gone to the store.
you know, go to Starbucks and hit the store.
Yep.
And went home, and I promise you that was probably like 5-6 variables versus the 10 or 12 that I just described. It's just, but that's simple. You didn't have to move. You just pulled your smartphone out and got to sit on.
You pressed a button.
No, you got to sit on social media, and you saw this cool product go down, and that's why you ordered it. And we're back to the toxicity of what we are today.
Dog, I do think it's fucking crazy when I hear people complain about not getting stuff shipped same day from Amazon or something. You know, I'm fucking ecstatic that you can get it the next day. That's crazy to me. Do you understand what kind of a process it is? Have you seen the inside of one of those warehouses? That is insane, dude. Absolutely asinine. That you're upset.
So from your experience, how many variables is that?
Oh, dude.
How many? Because I know.
I don't know. I just know that there's a shit
I
ton
don't
of
know.
belts in there.
I don't know theoretically, but I know there's at least 15 solidified positions that your order goes through before it leaves the warehouse to the distribution center.
Right. And you're mad because you didn't get it in 4 hours? Fuck off.
I ordered in between that 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. cutoff. It said between 2 and 4 p.m. that day.
No. That is so crazy to me. I'm like, you're fucking high out of your fucking head.
Every day.
Oh, well. You don't count.
Yeah.
But
sometimes it helps. But, yeah, no. Amazon actually just had a 30% market increase. They're pretty much as expensive as Target and Walmart now. I mean, people, go do your price searching. Go do your price matching.
Right.
Like,
Look around a little bit.
Quit trusting what's in front of your face all the time. Like, that's called branded. That's called marketing. Yeah, Jeff Bezos pays for the most marketing in the world.
It's
on,
working.
Like, every freaking platform in God knows what country. Same with all the other trifectas. I mean, why do you think their names are so big? Because they put it out there for you to get to know them. It's marketing, it's advertising. I mean, you know, and Prime, yeah, used to be one of the best things ever. And then he did his increase because we all agree to a terms that says prices are subject to change at any given time without notice.
All the fine print.
All the fine print that nobody wants to read at the bottom of these websites.
How far do you think we are from the drone deliveries?
We're already in them. What are you talking about? They sit outside of Walmart parking lots right now.
See? I don't know shit. Perfect. I like to get out of the house every once in a while.
It still tells me I'm not in the delivery range. I've been waiting because I want it on my property to see if I can shoot it and see what happens. No, I'm just kidding, man. But
like I didn't mean it.
Like, as much as I hate what the world's coming to, yeah, I'm gonna do it one time to experience it. I want to see. Okay, I need to learn. You know, well, what is it doing? How does it get to my house? What is it? You know. So yeah, we're gonna try that crap. I think it's called like Drone Up or something or something. I don't know, but it's a whole corporation, dude, and all they do is solidify Walmarts. I think within a mile radius, I believe it is. And I think the package has to weigh under like 5 pounds, 3 pounds.
3 miles?
3 mile radius.
So I could do this? I got a Walmart right there.
Best of luck, bro. Do oh, they might be open. Try it.
Where the fuck do you live that you don't get it?
Over in Sunburst Farm. Yeah.
So is this really?
Yeah.
Oh. What? So do you order this on Walmart or Amazon?
No, Walmart.
Walmart.com. Okay.
Or actually, is it Drone Up? It might be like called like Drone Up.
Let's check it out. I'm excited. This is gonna be funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk outside my house one morning. Oh, Jesus Christ! Holy fuck! Drone up delivery. Oh, it's an app.
Yeah. Oh, they're closed right now. From 9:30 to 6 p.m.
Oh, you know what, dude?
every day.
One of my friends, her boyfriend does this shit, and they closed like a warehouse out here because it wasn't
So
taken
these
off as
two-
quick as it should be.
So these two nerds sit outside of a little 10 by 10 canopy with their little crazy goggles on, and they sit there like this on this big old screen and fly it all the way to your house and land it,
Drone
and they do like a 360 around your house to find the safest spot, and then they drop the and then they land.
if I'm having a party in
release
the backyard.
package. Yeah, they probably would. to
Drop
be
by the
honest.
fire.
You probably could SOS them or something. They'd be like, "Oh, they want it back here, okay," you know.
Oh shit! Well,
But
I could do some research on that because that sounds pretty dope.
yeah, no, it's a dude, but that's technology, man.
Yeah, see, I'm clearly behind.
Yeah, I can't wait for drones to be banned for invading privacy rights because they all have cameras on them.
I'm
and
surprised
fly
they
over
haven't.
everybody's houses. And,
Yeah, I'm surprised they fucking haven't. Dude.
I mean, I don't care, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna see what I look like in my backyard at 8 a.m. But suit yourself.
I'm peeing. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Heck no, man. I'm feeding chickens.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You guys got a little farm situation?
A little homestead, we'll call it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I got all the protein you need, man.
that's dope.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's life, bro. You just
Well, I got a lot to
keep
learn.
on moving.
I'm just gonna keep doing this bullshit until it starts working.
Yeah, it works.
But
You just gotta advertise it.
well, no, I got a lot of work to do as we talked about, which is fine. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
All the advancements that I got to do. I'm excited about spending all the money. Yeah, not really.
It'll pay off.
It will.
It always does.
I mean, it's already paying off now. This thing has been pretty impactful
Mhm.
for the people that have told me about it.
Yeah.
So
No, I hope I could nail it for you today. You
Yep.
know, when it comes to mental, I'm not the one that really struggles with it, but I definitely get to sit in a front row seat of some struggles in daily life, and you know, so it kind of puts a different perspective on a lot of things, and you know, stuff like that. But
you have a pretty solidified seat, as far as I can tell. You know, I mean, we didn't get into too much, but it seems like you've always kind of been just straighter. You know, your mind has always been pretty open to looking at perspectives and doing what you need to do.
yeah, you know, you kind of just
The one thing I have learned of the last couple of years is that once you finally get through training yourself how to think that way, you know, it takes a long time, obviously, but when you take the time and make yourself think that way every time a situation poses this opportunity, then it kind of comes natural after a certain point. And I'm grateful for that. It seems like you've had a pretty solid grip on that for quite a while.
all I did was change one thing, and I chose to wake up and try to think positive instead of negative. And I'm being honest with you, I just implemented that.
That's a good start, dude.
I mean, it just, that kind of is your motivation.
Mm-hmm.
If positivity is confidence, it's dedication, it's motivation, it's, you know, some people mistake it for ego nowadays, you know, let's be real. You can tell people who have an ego, and you can tell people who are sincere, and you can tell people who are cocky, and it's just, you know, it doesn't take a smart person to figure that out.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
But it takes, in my opinion, a dumb one to be that.
Oh, no, I totally agree with that.
You know, be great for who you are, but, you know, be great for what others are too. And just because it ain't your journey, nobody knows the amount of variables that were thrown at you in order to at least even be here today, you know, sitting in your own studio and producing your own self. And, you know, there's people that pay money to do that, and you do it yourself.
Mhm.
You don't have to pay money to do that, you know. And as much as people look at that as like maybe a downgrade or something, I call it saving money and investing somewhere else.
One of my buddies actually brought that up to me the other day. He said, well, I know you're trying to do all this expanding and stuff like that, and you're trying to build and build. And he's like, but why don't you just rent the studio time and just do it that way? And I was like, for what? I was like, I didn't build that. I'm not going to go walk into somebody else's rented studio and just call it home, you know? I mean, no, I fucking did this.
Yeah, $800 an hour for better audio. Maybe a little better camera quality. Like,
I can do all that. Just give me time and I can figure it all out. So
you sure can. We all make money.
that's crazy, man. But
And if you don't make money, you should, because there's a million ways, thanks to social media, to make money. Just be careful and don't get scammed out there, people.
that's what bugs me the most is I should be making money by now. Oh,
Oh.
but tell the listeners how they can get in touch with you for your services.
KRM Motorsports.com. QR code right there for you guys. You can get in contact with us 24/7. All of our contact information is listed on our website. If you guys would like to join us on social media, it's KRM Marketing on Facebook. The page is KRM Digital Marketing. And our motorsports page is Kyler Repella Motorsports. We will have a few new things coming here, I believe, over the winter with some graphic design divisions coming alive and possibly focusing more on some branding things. So stay tuned for that. And thanks to anybody that supports our name or wants to shout us out. You know, this is what we do. We're here for you guys. We're here for us. So, hey, it's just a circle that gets bigger.
Hell yeah, dog. It's all good. It's all love, too.
And thank you, Sage. Thank you, Me vs. Me. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for coming
You
over.
know, always.
Yeah.
Always, of course.
We'll make more of a habit of this. I'll have you on in a little bit. You know, we'll talk more about things that have progressed.
All right.
So-
All right. Sounds good.
All right, man.
Look forward to it.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. And as always, any comments, questions, concerns, you can do that on the Spotify page for this episode, or you can email me at meversmeinfo@gmail.com. And if you need to get in touch with him for any reason, shoot me an email, shoot me a comment. I'll get you in touch with whoever you need. So, all right, buddy.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.